The holidays are right around the corner, and while most people are thinking about turkey, decorations, and shopping, the Long Island housing market is still going strong. October brought another month of tight inventory, strong demand, and sellers staying firmly in control. And while we're talking about the holidays, don't worry, I promise not to break into any Christmas carols or anything like that too early, unless maybe if the interest rates drop a little bit more. But before that happens, let's take a look at last month and jump into the numbers. Hey everyone, welcome back to Long Island Real Estate with me, Sal Catalano. Each month we dive into the Suffolk and Nassau County housing markets, the national news that's shaping real estate in general, and then we take a look locally at what's going on around Long Island that locals might be interested in. So we're going to dive into the numbers first, but then after that we got some interesting news on the mortgage front and some local shopping news that all the kids and the kids at heart might be interested in. But first, let's take a look over at Suffolk County. In Suffolk County, sellers continue to set the pace. The average sales price was $690,000, which was up 2.8% month over month and 7% year over year. The months of inventory is 3.08, which is down nearly 18% year over year. Days on market is 35, which is a little bit higher than we've seen. And then the sold to list ratio is 101.2%. So homes are still going on average over asking. So now, even though it's fall, the market hasn't cooled off. And if you're a buyer thinking about this season might help you negotiate, well, I don't know. Because let's just say the only thing more competitive than a Suffolk market right now is trying to get a parking spot at Costco on Sunday so you can get your turkey for Thanksgiving. For sellers, nothing changes. Present your home well, price strategically, and it'll move fast. Buyers, just like I've been saying, you need to be prepared and you need to be ready to move when you find it. Taking a look at Nassau County's market, Nassau showed that same steady pace that we've been seeing. Average sales price stayed almost steady at $840,000. Months of inventory, super low at 2.84. The average days on the market was at 35, so just like Suffolk, a little bit higher than we've been seeing. And then the sold to list ratio is 100.3%. So again, not as high as Suffolk, but on average, homes are still going above asking in Nassau. I've been talking about the tale of two different markets in Nassau, if you've been watching. The under 1 million market is still flying, that hasn't changed. While the upper tier is steady, but watching rates closely, watching how it's presented, watching if it's priced right. If you're a buyer in Nassau right now, remember, you don't need to bring a perfect offer, you just need to bring a prepared one. Trust me, I've seen offers fall apart, because the buyer wasn't ready. They found what they wanted, they weren't ready for it, and that's not what you want to do. So you want to be prepared. You want to have a plan going in, knowing who your attorneys are, who your lender is, who you're going to use for your inspector, who else you might use for your inspector in the event that inspector isn't ready when you absolutely need them. So Nassau market remains steady, super, super strong sellers market. All right, so what's my take on this? My takeaway for October, a steady market with a lot happening under the surface. No big swings, no sudden shifts, but a clear foundation building for early 2026 to be much more active than expected and much more active than the big first quarter of the year usually is. So I've been saying it for months. I've already said it in this video. I will just continue to try and nail it home. That buyers, you need to be ready. Get positioned now. Even if you're not looking until early next year, the holidays and stuff isn't exactly the time for you to look. Now is when you can connect with me so I can be your agent. We can, you can connect with a lender, know who your attorney is, who's your attorney's going to be. Have an inspector, have a backup inspector in case they're not ready when you need them, if you need to move super fast. Those are the big important things. Has not changed, but that is even more important as we go into what is going to be a very, very interesting and active 2026. All right, now let's take a look around just at what's happening around Long Island. Found a story that I know that I'm interested in, and I think a lot of you guys will be too. Big news for all the Toys R Us kids out there, like myself, who didn't want to grow up. Toys R Us is officially back, and not just the pop-ups at Macy's and stuff that were cool that they've had the last couple of years, but a full-fledged Toys R Us store will be back at Tanger Outlets in Deer Park just in time for the holidays. So a whole new generation of Long Island kids are going to have a million toys that they can play with, from trikes to trains to video games. And honestly, it's more than nostalgia. It's great for the area, great for the outlets, and a reminder that some icons don't really go away. They just, wait for the right moment to come back. This month, there are two big national stories, and they actually tied it together pretty well. First, according to a recent New York Post report, the average age of first-time homebuyers in the United States has hit an all-time high at 40 years old. People are waiting longer than ever to purchase their first home because of high prices, limited supply, and affordability changes. On Long Island, that's something that we see every day. And that leads us right into headline number 2. President Donald Trump has proposed a 50-year mortgage option, a non-traditional product that would stretch payments off over 5 decades. A couple things about this. On one hand, you're going to have lower monthly payments, which is nice. More people would qualify for it, and first-time home buyers, or any home buyers really, would have another tool in the toolbox. It's nothing wrong. There's never anything wrong with having options. But on the other hand, you pay significantly more interest over the life of the loan. Significantly. It's not going to be a fit for every financial situation. As always, the right loan depends on the right person, and you definitely want to, speak to a lender about that for your specifics. But this could become just another option for the toolbox. Right now we have 15-year and 30-year, with 30-year being the most common. And this could just be another one because there isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. And since we were just talking about the rising age of home buyers, again, 40 years old is the average first-time home buyer, the timing of this is interesting. It's yet another sign that we need to figure out new pathways to help this next generation of buyers step into home ownership. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in general, but I'd love to hear your thoughts about about the 50-year mortgage in the comments. Do you think this is going to hurt? Do you think it's going to help? Do you think it's really not going to have that big of an impact? This has been a very controversial subject, so I definitely would love to hear what you guys think. All right, so that's your October 25 market recap. Sellers remain in control. Buyers are preparing for a stronger 2026, and Long Island continues to be one of the most resilient and most consistent sellers markets in the country. If you have questions about buying, selling, or strategizing around these trends, I am always here to help. My contact information is below. And if you catch me at Toys R Us this coming holiday season, let's just say the Nerf blasters and stuff, they're for the kids, I promise. So thank you so much for watching. Next time we talk is going to be right before Christmas, right in the middle of the holidays. So everybody is going to be very busy. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for taking time out of your day. I'm Sal Catalano. This has been Long Island Real Estate with Sal Catalano, and I'll see you guys next month. Have a great Thanksgiving. See you guys next month.